What's good, it's your girl Iris, and I'm back at it again with a back at it again. You feel me? I hope you could feel me, cause I be a little silly, I be a little weird, but I'm. What did I say? Oh crap! I done messed up the whole intro. Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, I hope you feel me, cause I could be weird, but I could be serious at the same time. Okay. We're gonna get straight into another reading. Some of these flowers be falling off, and I don't like it to fall off. I want the flower. Okay. Well, how y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Yeah, I'm back in my robe. You already know the vibes. Okay. Only time you see me in clothes is if I had just came into the house or I'm just about to leave. It'd be like that. So, yeah, trying to get this thing to light is like the most biggest challenge of this reading or any reading. I don't know why I just pictured this thing going flames. Okay, activation. Somebody's being activated right now. And it feels like a pretty subtle activation. Like you probably don't even really see it happening or feel it happening for real. But like, if you really sit back and you look at what's going on around you, a lot of times, like say when a tsunami hits, it gets really quiet. The tide goes low and stretches back, and then all of a sudden, boom! That shit come with a crazy. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm getting. Like there's about to be a tsunami type reckoning. I don't know who tried you, but somebody gonna get their ass handed to them. I don't know who tried you. We're going to figure out what's going on here. Alright, I just want to acknowledge my Father Almighty, my Mother Gaia, my spirit guides, my holy angels, my ancestors closest to the sun. Please guide us in this reading. Please allow this reading to be for clarity. Archangel Michael, please protect us in these readings. Archangel Gabriel, please facilitate these readings. Wow, my tongue tied. Ashe. Thank you, Ashe. Okay. Practice gratitude. Always be prepared. Magic. Pride. True worth is measured by character, not accolades. Appreciation. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. This may be tying in with the last reading, because I was talking about distractions in my last reading. Owl Magic, choose to know the truth because you can open your inner vision. Oh, choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So this doesn't even have to be about a relationship either, too. Like this could be about like ways of thinking, like how like you deal with people, how people affect you, and things like that too. Okay, let's see what's going on. What are the messages, Spirit, for the collective? 10 of Cups. Wow, you got a lot of good things coming in, because not even a lot of good things coming in, but you are changing your ways of thinking with the Death card coming out. You're being empowered by knowing that your hard work is coming, and you're being patient too. Like you just know it's gonna come. It's like, all right, well, I know it's coming. All right, that's cool. Yeah, because you're very spiritual. So you have faith. You're working through faith. You're working with faith, through faith. Okay, I see the Two of Pentacles, but I'm getting that you're not juggling anything. But what you're really recognizing is that there has to be a balance between work life and spiritual life. And it's like you notice it every time that it really starts to become an issue. Oh, wow. So it's like basically like a real life lesson, a real life habit that you're getting through right now. That's what's up. Wow. Okay. Wow, with the High Priestess and the Empress coming out. Look, Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yes, bro. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Wow. Not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Y'all be having me crying and stuff. And listen. Nah, son. It's like you figured out like why you think the way you think, like why you do things the way you do things, and what you could do to stop it. Like you're starting to realize that you was blind to a lot of the things that you like not even morals. I'm hearing morals, but what I'm getting is like morale. Like just how you do things with integrity, or if it's with integrity or not, you know, like fuck. Disposition. So how you show up. How you show up with yourself as well, like how you react to things, how you handle things. Why do you move this way when that happens? And you're starting to realize that there is a solution. It's never been an absolute. And you are the solution. You have more power than you think. There's like a massive equality when it comes to your anger and your happiness. It's like a duality that's equal, in where one is not cannot exist without the other. That was just a random channel right there. Oh, Knight of Cups. And then maybe this way of thinking is kind of like giving you stronger gifts. People wanting to give you gifts. Yeah. People want to give you things. People want to do things for you just off of who you are. I'm like a queen. Wow. And look at the wind blowing crazy right now. With the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. This kind of gives me like, you know how like in some churches like they do everything for the pastor? That's kind of what it's giving me. I'm hearing like an emperor, empress, like in a sense where like you dominate, but you don't dominate with rule in mind. You dominate with change in mind. You dominate with order in your freaking mind, bro. 911. And this is a problem for a lot of people too, because there's people that like are in hierarchy and, you know, used to demolition projects when it comes to the way they handle things, but you're not for that. Like you're at this point where it's like you're either gonna learn how to do things right by others, or you're going to find out from my spirit team what's going to happen next if you do not do right by others. And this must be a collective thing, because it's like really like, I mean, I always say that shit, yo. It's just everybody goes through like that energy differently. So So one situation, somebody could be dealing with this with like a mother or a mother-in-law, or the next person could be dealing with this with their boss, or somebody else could be dealing with this with, you know, somebody of a higher power, you know, because this giving me something that is like, where you get all the respect. Those who feel like they should have that respect may have tampered, or maybe just tampered with your energy in some way. Yeah, because you're being looked at as supreme. But there's something or someone that's making you feel like this isn't right. This is not how it's supposed to be, because you're looked at as upright. You're looked at as somebody that's deserving. Whether you're an empress or emperor, you're looked at as somebody who is in masculine energy, surrounding every fault with vindication on, okay, this is wrong or this is right, so here's your reward or here's your sentence. Almost like you're walking karma, and people respect you for that, because those who respect you, those people who are respecting you, those are the people that have always respected you. And they get rewarded for respecting you. Wow. And they want to give back. And they don't realize this is what's really happening. So those who respect you become rewarded as well, because they're in tune with your energy and appreciate your energy. And the fact that they appreciate your energy just like you appreciate God, they appreciate your energy just like you appreciate God, and how God blesses you just for loving Him. What's the 7 of Wands? Strength in adversity. It's 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, man. Like, you might end up becoming your boss's boss. And if not, you're going to be doing way better than whoever felt like they had more power over you. And if and when that happens, you may feel some sense of pride, but that right there could be your downfall. Never feel prideful over somebody else's downfall. You can appreciate justice, and you could drop down in happiness because of justice, but never, ever get consumed with pride over somebody else's downfall. Okay? And I don't see you doing that. Actually, I see that you know this already. Yeah, you know this already. Temperance. You know how to treat people. You know how to handle yourself, too. You know how to handle your own shortcomings. You purify your soul. You reconcile to what is right. Cheat, being impatient. Yeah, you're not somebody who cheats their way through things. You know, you are skillful. You know, you are not the type of person to come around and just do things to people to get an upper hand. Like, even if that's how, like, and it's crazy because, like, there's certain situations where you have to step on next to get where you need to be, but you say no. You be saying no to that. You be saying no to that with integrity and harmony and fairness, bro. You make the right decisions. You do right by others even when you have no real good reason to do so. But say there's somebody that you have a real good reason not to do so, I feel sorry for those people. Because those are the people that are really either already going through their own turmoil or about to go through their own turmoil. For somebody to piss you off is an issue in the ethers. But we also ought to remember too that those people have a job to do as well to piss you off. It's like their job to piss you off. So, yeah. It's their job to be deceitful. Because of who you are. You need to be tested. You need to be pruned. You need to be adjusted with, you need to learn how to defend yourself. Wow, with the Hermit coming out. Wow. You need to learn how to defend yourself with the Queen of Swords. Damn. Yeah, but you did it. You doing that. You do. But Spirit is just trying to say, like, this is what needed to happen. This is kind of like the last reading. That's why sometimes I like to wait like a whole day before I do another collective reading, because this is kind of like what it kind of was saying in the last reading, just like with added stuff. You go through inconveniences in order to push you into what you're in order to push you into a mindset that allows you to introspect and begin making changes. You go through stuff to make you uncomfortable so that you can seek for comfort. And as you're seeking for that comfort, I've seen comfort somewhere here. As you're seeking for that comfort, you gain control over, whatever you can foresee, as far as you can foresee it. Yo, I just want to cry because it's like, you work so hard and you put in so much work. Like, this is like happy tears, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I'm an emotional gangster, right? Let me do me. Wow. I'm so happy that there's people like that out here. I just want to cry. Maybe that's how you felt at one point, like, because I just want to bawl. It gotta be all those crying nights, all those nights that you was just done, like, you was just like done, like, those nights were shaping your future way more extensively than you have ever imagined. And each one of those tears was a dollop of gratitude and gold in your future, in your lineage, your family, and your family's family. Bro, what the heck? I gotta pause this shit, yo, because damn. Man. The pain. The pain helped you to manifest what was good for humanity, what was good for yourself, what was good for your lineage. That pain caused you to manifest these things. So spirit just be like, yo, if that's what works, we need to keep poking that scar. Because every time you do, it's like, I'm just picturing like a shining gold beam just being like, every time you poke the scar, it's like every time, like, it's like you need that oxygen. It's like the pain is the oxygen for you. But one could say, but why? I don't want the pain. I don't like the pain. That's why I feel like spirit takes it easy on you. They do just enough to ignite something. But they'll never do anything to jeopardize your future. That's for damn sure. Yep. Wow. Magic itself is within you. But those miracles are going to be handed to you on silver platters. Every time. Just for your reaction. Just your reaction to being surprised. You probably told somebody you like to be surprised. And you never got those surprises. Well, guess what? You're going to get them now. And you're going to get them in a way that spirit just wants you to know that they love you. I'm really emotional in this one, bro. I was happy and go lucky. I mean, I'm not sad. This is a happy tears. But it's like overwhelming. There's so many things to be grateful for. So many different things. Like, you're never alone. Miracles happen to you I'm hearing month, every week. You know, there's always a miracle happening. There's always something amazing and magical happening in your life to keep your faith strong. There's always something. There's always something. Okay. Tower in the reverse. It seems like with this 7 of Cups and this Tower in the reverse, it seems like the only person that could be your downfall is yourself at this point. Like, the only person that could mess you up in life literally is you. Is you. You are the source of your freedom. I'm hearing you are God incarnate. But what I feel like that means is you are. I used to always say that if God was a being, some would be the fingers, some would be the nose, some would be the eyes, some would be the mouth. And I used to always say, like, I felt like I was one of the fingers. I forgot what my thought process for that was, but I forgot what my thought process was for that, but yeah. All right, let's close this out. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna use one tower deck this one. Knight of Swords. Yeah. That restlessness is residue from the test. That anxiety is residue from the test. A lot of times, those uncomfortable feelings come up because, you know how people be like, you gotta stir the pot. Those uncomfortable feelings come up because there's things that are, there's aspects of your personality or the necessary course corrections that need to be happening. The only way a lot of those things can even come into effect or happen is if your frequency matches change. So if your frequency is matching something other than change, then something needs to interrupt whatever frequency is being held. So if you have a frequency of lollygagging and you know, immense bliss but laziness, things like that, that's a toxic combination. That frequency, even though those things separately is not so bad, them together, you know, just an example. Like, so certain frequency needs to be interrupted so that you can course correct and find out where is like where it's like somebody pulls apart, you know, like a fuse, you know, like connections, right? They break apart the connection. You, as being one side of the connection, you're trying to find that connection back. But you wasn't trying to find anything before when it was connected. You was just working. But sometimes things need a reset, right? For whatever reason that might be, obviously. There's many different reasons what can be necessary for change. But I'm just thinking of a general note. When that frequency is interrupted, you're trying to find something again. Sometimes what ends up happening is the fuse is disconnected so that spirit could go and bring another fuse in so that you could find that one and connect to that instead. And every time you do that, you get new downloads, you get new insight, you get new gifts, you get new ways of thinking, new you. Every time there's a course correction. So you feel like, oh, these inconveniences, and majority of the time they're minor inconveniences is what I'm hearing for sure. They're minor inconveniences that feel like big ones because you have to disconnect to whatever you was feeling like was keeping you safe and connect back to, because it's like sometimes whatever this is, it could change, but this don't change. So spirit uses this part of the connection to change whatever, whenever, however they need to. Sometimes you have to be interrupted. So when you see something bad happening in your life or something inconvenient happening to your life, just know that there's something that spirit is needing to change. And depending on how serious or how bad that situation is, it depends. Sometimes it got to do with how much of a hard head you have. Okay, that's one. You know, you could be a willing individual, but you have a hard head. You know, that's definitely something I could attest to. I understand that. But there is a course correction going on. And with this course correction, whatever spirit got in store to connect you to, that shit right there. That shit right there. Oh. That's the shit that make you an inspiration. It makes you an inspiration, gives you hope, guidance, creativity, confidence, happiness, protection, help, restoration, wisdom, well-being, balance. And then you come back to your center again. 11 may be significant. Wow. So that's going to be a reading. If that resonates, hit that like button. Let me know how it resonates in the comment section below. Personal readings are out. The information is in the description box below. And until next time, later.